Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and I am unfortunately still getting over this cold, so please excuse any sniffles, but I wanted to come on and play with my vintage Christmas tarot today. I've got into the whole mood. I wanted to do a Yule spread, but that's past, that's gone. So let's do some Christmassy type. I don't know. I'm feeling sort of in the mood. I've made some mince pies, and as you can probably see, the mince meat has tried to escape. I think I went overboard, you know, with putting too much mince meat in, but oh gosh, it tastes gorgeous. So I do tend to make my own filling. And so yeah, I think I went a bit overboard this time. Anyway, so I've been hunting around for some spreads, and I think what I'm going to do is a spread from an older book, Rachel Pollock's Tarot Wisdom, in honour of this great person who passed from our community not so long ago. So in honour, this is called the Doorway Spread, and I thought that was quite apt actually, because this is a sort of season where we're transitioning really from one year to the next. It's sort of an in-between space, isn't it? We've got all the rush and everything of Christmas, and then the day itself, and then looking into the new year. So it's a very strange time of year. So anyway, the spread, it's a 5-card spread. 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 4, 5. And the positions are for this doorway spread. So the first position, let's get these little prezzies out of the way. I've got my Yule log burning as well, so I've got to keep an eye on that and make sure it's safe, because, you know, fire hazards. Some ivy here I got from the garden. I've got some spiky holly leaves. We've got some cinnamon sticks and some orange, dried orange. So yeah, really into the festive spirit, and some crystals as well. The candles there are, they're actually called Christmas Spice. So yeah, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood. Right, okay, so the first card is what inspires you. So what inspires you? And I think this is a nice way to actually, you know, instead of making New Year's resolutions, let's see where we're at in this sort of in-between space. So what inspires you? What touches you deeply? What calls you to do things? Or simply excites you about life? Maybe this is a spark we can take with us into the following year, 2024. So it's the Queen of Cups. So, being there for others, that's what inspires us. I like that. We've even got like the spark here, like a sparkler. We can bring it up to the camera. Like a sparkler. The star there. So maybe if we take the Queen of Cups energy to inspire us into the next year, I think that's a nice message actually, because the Queen of Cups in their positive aspect is a very caring person. Let's see what challenges us. What do you find difficult or frightening? What do you try to avoid? What do you find challenging or difficult? Maybe this is something we can release for 2024. Ooh. There we go. We have the 4 of Cups. That goes here. The 4 of Cups. Oh dear. That's a very sad looking Four of Cups, isn't it? You know, very often we are given opportunities, and the fear is of actually taking those opportunities and instead staying in our status quo, not progressing, not growing, but never ever completely satisfied with our lot. And that's a sad thing. You know, fear of failure can stop us from really achieving what we're capable of. And I think that's the fear there. That's what prevents us from moving forward. So it's good to be aware of that. Right, let's find out what the next card position is. So this is quite a challenging question. What will you risk? So opportunities always carry some element of risk. And here we are avoiding the opportunity that's being presented to us. So what are you willing to risk in order to move forward next year? Interesting question. I've got these in the wrong position. I've just realised that's one. Sorry, that's one, that's two. So what will you risk is three. Okay. What will you risk? Looks like it's going to be quite a challenging year, really. I think it's encouraging us to actually take a risk. Alrighty, so what will we risk? What will you risk? What will you risk? Oh, confrontation. That's a very confrontational card there, isn't it? Seven of Wands. This is normally where we defend ourselves and defend what we believe in. So I think the challenge here is to stand by what we believe in and risk maybe being challenged with that, being maybe ridiculed, and having to defend our viewpoint rather than just staying within the status quo and the way that society wants us to be, and the people around us know us as in a certain way. And when we do actually take a risk to change, then sometimes it can be confronting for them as well, you know, because they don't recognise this facet of your personality. And it takes real courage to take risks, doesn't it? You know, it's much easier to stay in the status quo, but are we happy there? Can we be happy there knowing we've missed opportunities? Are we willing to risk taking those opportunities? Interesting. Okay, so that goes there. Right, I'm not reading this properly. Okay, what doorway opens for you? Actually, I prefer this way. Alrighty. So I'm going to say, what inspires you? What challenges you? What will you risk? And then I'm going to make the fourth card, what doorway opens for you. It is actually the other way around, but I think it makes more sense this way. So this is the way I'm going to do it. So again, I'm adapting the spread, which is never a bad thing, you know. Adapting spreads for our own purposes. So what doorway will open? What doorway will open if we take a risk and upset the status quo? The stability we've known in life. What doorway will open? The Hermit. So we've got our first major arcana card. This is interesting because we've got a court card. We have two minors and a major. Two cups and a wand. Okay. So what doorway will open? Well, a new path. We're going to shine light on a new path, and maybe not just for ourselves, but maybe for others as well. Maybe we can help lead others by example, because I think the Hermit does that. The Hermit does what the Hermit does, and in doing so shows us the way. So maybe the doorway that will open will be a deeper self-knowledge and a positive direction in life. The final card is, what can you discover? So what might happen if you walk through that door? This card can give a kind of a snapshot of how your life might look. So what will you discover when you're shining this lamp, this light? What will you discover? Mastery of the suit of wands, the king. He looks quite Father Christmassy. So another court card. So we've got the Queen of Cups with the King of Wands. So we have two wands cards, two cups cards. So we're talking about emotional and will. So where our heart wants to lead us, it's that's where we're going to focus our will. And we might come up against challenges, but we're going to find a path that illuminates the way ahead. And we're going to do it from the place of emotional support. We're going to have this emotional support from our Queen here. It almost looks like this could be the Queen's child, and maybe this is our inner child who's just too scared to take a road less travelled, shall we say. The fear of the unknown is what I see here, but I think we're being nurtured and encouraged to actually master our direction, become empowered, I would say. I see empowerment here if we take a chance. I think we need to take a chance if we want to grow. If we want to grow from someone looking for support into someone who can give support. And so we need to travel inwards, risk the ridicule, risk having to defend what we believe in, and we have our Queen to help us there. And it almost looks to me like we have a mother and father energy here. A mother, father, and a child's energy there. So the mother is going to nurture us and make sure all our emotional needs are safe. That we are safe, we are safe to have emotions. And we're being well looked after, I think. Well looked after. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. As we step out into the world, we are going to face confrontations. It might not necessarily be physical, but yeah, certainly we will face verbal confrontations. And not everybody sees the path that we're treading as their path, and so they might just question it. And you can find yourself having to defend yourself, having to defend your ideals and your way of seeing the world. But at the end of the day, you're in control. This is your life, the life that needs to be lived. You don't need to sit things out in this life. Be the master of your own destiny. I think that was what the King of Wands is telling me. Go forward and be the master of your own destiny. Don't worry that there might be danger out there. That's just your reptilian brain trying to protect you, and that's a natural response to change. So shine a light into any of those fears and know that you're being supported here against anything that might come your way. So anyway, I don't know if that was for you, if that was for me, if that was helpful, but it's something that is well worth thinking about. And I do love this deck. It's been a companion of mine now over the past week. And I've really enjoyed being with it. Yeah, I'm so glad I bought this deck. If you want to see a full walkthrough of it, I did do one, so I'll post that underneath in the comments, or well, underneath this video. But for now, I'm sorry I missed Yule. I did want to do a Yule video, but I was just feeling so poorly. And I'm having to stop and sniff at the moment anyway, and stop myself from coughing, so I'm still not there, but hopefully it'll be gone in a few days. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching my little videos, and until then next time, friends, bye now and happy holidays. Bye friends.